Alright, welcome to the last map, the deciding map of the first best of 3 of the Intel Extreme Masters Season 1. It is still Firestrike, the Austrian orc, in dark green, spawning in the top left corner of Tarina stand. Certainly not an orc favorite map, against his opponent, the purple night elf from Sweden, SaSe. And SaSe once again decides to switch up his build order, so a third different build order in this best of 3. This time he's going for Ancient of War and Moonwell first, so it's going to be a Tavern Hero build, but with some archers early on. Not like on Echo Isles, on which he played a Tavern Hero build as well, but with late Ancient of War, so Tavern Hero hunts was the build order he chose to do on Echo Isles. In this case it's going to be Tavern Hero archers and Firestrike for the third time in a row. Altar, Burrow, Barracks and the Blade Master first. Of course, not too much of a choice there for him. Let's see if he's once again going to go for a very quick tech with only these 4 buildings he's got right now. No, this time he's gonna go for the second Burrow before his tech again. So maybe he's afraid that this time, since he did it in the previous game, SaSe will be aware of the possibility and possibly punish it. SaSe is going for the scout already.
Work complete.
Guess gonna follow that up with the archer heading to the tavern here to pick up the hero, which most likely once again is going to be the Beastmaster. And let's see, Firestrike this time. 130 gold available right now, and it looks like he's again not going to build the shop before he starts taking to tier 2. Beastmaster heading towards the middle, once again heading across the map, so he just doesn't use those peons early on to do scouting. It is the Beastmaster first again, and immediately Firestrike is going for the archer here. First backstep already hitting, second hit hitting as well, and he is probably even going to be able to get the kill on this first archer. Not even forced to use the third windwalk, so 2 windwalks for 1 kill on the archer. Of course, there's not really too much you can do as a night elf player, since it is the middle of the day, more or less, and you're out on the open. But 3 more archers already out. Blade Master taking a bit of damage already. Yeah, keep in mind he's only got 1 windwalk left, so he's gotta be pretty careful there, Wisp using the Moonshoes here in order to not get killed by the Blade Master. And right now Firestrike probably just trying to delay his opponent's tech. He already started. For the 3rd time in the series he's going to be the one taking first. 3rd Moonwell already in production for SaSe, so wow, very late tech here by him. Don't really see any reason to, well, yeah, okay, could say against a lot of pressure by the grunts early on, but then again he's not teching with like 1 archer or anything, so he should be safe with 2 Moonwells before his tech as well. But he decides to get the 3rd one, guess just a safety choice. Got the Dust of Appearance here, and the Blade Master at the shop gets the Boots of Speed. 5 archers out now already, plus the 2 Quill Beasts, so he's gonna be able to creep very quickly. The 3 grunts are heading to the green Kobold camp here after finishing this green Apprentice Wizard camp. And Blade Master has been revealed. Last Windwalk is running just now, and he's just using the backstab against the Wisps once again. But now he's gotta be careful not to get surrounded, but moving properly, doesn't get surrounded. Closing in on level 2 already, thanks to the grunts doing some creeping, so decent multitasking by Firestrike. SaSe not even level 1.5 yet, because this Blade Master is just very annoying. Dispel used here just as he was at 75 mana to prevent him from using Windwalk again. SaSe by now has started his tech as well. I'm wondering why he waited so long with his tech. I mean, he's got 7 archers out already, so he's gotta have something in mind with those. Yeah, Blade Master just wanted to use the cloak there, but SaSe was basically going for the surround without Dust of Appearance. And the Blade Master's only aim, of course, was to trigger that use of the last charge of the dust, but SaSe not going for it here. Another Wisp being put back in time. Blade Master, kind of risky, but you know, he's got the cloak, he's got the TP, and he's soon gonna have mana for another Windwalk again. Grunts just continue creeping these little green camps. I guess the point is, since he built that shop so late, hold on, does he still not have a shop? Since he didn't build a shop at all, okay, then it makes even more sense. He wants to take as little damage on the grunts as possible. 5 out right now, and with the Shadow Hunter, he's easily gonna be able to start creeping these orange camps. Blade Master, wow, once again taking a lot of risk here, trying to cancel a Moonwell, but it's not gonna happen here. Now he's finally...
Research complete.
Is he gonna have to pull back? He's gonna have to pull back eventually. At least he's not gonna be able to do a lot of damage here anymore. Lightning Shield on all of the archers by the Renegade Wizard. Beastmaster, yeah, finally creeping towards level 3 right now. Blade Master even taking one hit by the Ancient of War. Kinda unnecessary. But that's definitely gonna force him to pull back. Now the shop is being produced by Firestrike. So very, very greedy early game by him. But not punished so far. Beastmaster, let's see what he's gonna get at the Goblin Laboratory. Claws of attack, well, guess the Beastmaster's not exactly a heavy hitter, so I feel like Circuit of Ability is by far the best item for Beastmaster. And the Shadow Hunter even going for Healing Wave first, which I'm assuming makes sense since his shop is so late. And he's gonna start with some creeping anyway, so I guess he doesn't plan on staying on level 1 for too long with that Shadow Hunter. Master getting level 3 already. Next heal wave coming in, the replenishment potion for Firestrike. Beastmaster level 3. And Panda second this time. And what is he getting this time? 1 Ancient of Lore. Double Ancient of Lore this time. So more like on the first map. So it's gonna be Archer's Dryads. Basically a lot of piercing damage is gonna be available to him. And Firestrike again, double Beastery. So, yeah. Since it worked very well on Echo Eyes, and since it worked kinda well on Secret Valley as well, before he lost his Blade Master, then, you know, if it ain't broke, why fix it? I guess that's the expression, more or less. And, yeah, Panda second is doing some creeping on his own right now. Beastmaster just sends the Quill Beast to do some scouting. Let's see, Tome of Agility. There's no XP Tome for Firestrike. Oh, and the Quill Beast, if he pays attention, he might even be able to get the kill here, but then again, Heal Wave is available. Blade Master again going for the Wisp. SaSe microing his best. Using the Moonjuice here just in time. Beastmaster is there to assist his Wisps. One of them going down. Level 2 Bear used as well by SaSe's Beastmaster. So of course, once again, heavy armor pretty good against the Raiders' siege damage, and normal damage very good against the Raiders' medium armor. So I guess it makes a lot of sense to choose the Bear over the Quill Beast. I mean, it's slower, you can chase down units with the Bear, but you know, it's a lot more tanky in the fights against the Raiders, and it's not like Firestrike has tried to avoid straight up fighting in the previous games. So 49 supply for Firestrike, 44 for SaSe. Was that an XP tome? I think that was an XP tome. I was a bit slow there with the camera, but I just saw the symbol above the hero and it looked like this XP tome symbol. So Shadow Hunter's gonna get level 3. By the way, what did he get at the mercenary camp? It was Wand of Mana Stealing and now Belt of Giant Strength. Guess doesn't hurt to be nuke proof against the Blade Master. And greater mana potion for the Shadow Hunter. That is of course amazing. 1 heal scroll, speed scroll, and the greater mana potion on the Shadow Hunter. Blade Master's got 2 more heal scrolls. Looks like he just bought them away from the Night Elf's shop. Yeah, SaSe doesn't have a single heal scroll. That's also something Firestrike has been doing very well on all 3 maps so far, having the right timing at, you know, buying the items from the Goblin Merchant. So Peons being pulled right now. Did he leave the item there? He actually did. Rune Bracers. I mean, the magic damage is not going to be insane, but no reason not to pick up the item at all. So he's pulling the Peons right now. It looks like this time he's probably going to want to use them to fight. Not going to get an early expansion like in the previous 2 games. Guess on Secret Valley it was kind of a, you know, surprising choice for SaSe. I really didn't scout that at all, basically didn't expect that, and on Echo Eyes it was a reasonable choice given how his early game went, and now the Root Braces Archer is gonna go to the Panda. Again, the magic damage output of the Orc is also 0, but of course he's gonna sell it eventually once he gets the chance to do so. So first Demolish is out, and it takes a bit of time to micro that. Let's see if he's still gonna get it into the back of his base. Looks like he's gonna be able to do so. Now repairing with 2 of his Peons, and now coming in from the bottom with the Speed Scroll. There is Town Portal available for the Night Elf, 1 Invo Potion, 1 Heal Scroll. First Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire coming in, hitting okay. Not too much going down actually to that. Second Ride is now gonna fall. First Grunt has also gone down already, and the Archers are actually doing not too bad in terms of damage output here. Not being threatened so far. Panda's being hexed right now. Now the Archers are in some trouble, and he's immediately gonna have to reposition those, because once the Blade Master starts raging in between those, he's gonna take so much damage. Beastmaster being hexed right now. Kodo Beast didn't eat anything so far. That's a bit strange. But the majority of the Night Elf army has already been taken out. Very good fight for Firestrike here. Bear taking down one of the raiders. Now the surround attempt on the Panda, but he is not getting it now. It looks like he might just be going for the Beastmaster instead. Breath of Fire coming in once again. Staff being used on the Panda, and now TP used by the Beastmaster. He gets the kill on one more grunt, but one more Ride is going down in return as well. Pretty even fight towards the end, I'd say. For a moment it looked very good for Firestrike there, but then losing 2 more raiders, trying to get the surround on the Panda, cost him quite some time, then switching to the Beastmaster and not getting anything out of it in the end. Basically both of the heroes surviving, so looks like both of the players losing the majority of their units here. Also Firestrike once again has used all his scrolls in the fight, so a lot of items used there by him as well. Blade Master and Shadow Hunter closing in on level 4. Beastmaster almost level 4. Panda 3.5. And 1-0 upgrades against 0-0, I'm assuming. Yeah, it doesn't make too much sense for an Orc player to get those upgrades. And both players again closing in on the 50 supply count. Blade Master is gonna get level 4 probably from this creep camp here. Gauntlets of Ogre Strength for the Shadow Hunter. And once again, Dryad after Dryad being produced here. Couple of archers also again with the army. Did he reproduce any? Do you have 4 archers left? Not sure. I guess it doesn't make too much sense to reproduce archers at that point. Also didn't even get the range upgrade. Alright, Blade Master sees the army of SaSe approaching once again. SaSe heading across the map. Beastmaster, he doesn't have a town portal. That's pretty risky running around without one. Against Mass and Snare, Blade Master and Hex. The great outdoors. And Firestrike, what's he gonna do? Is he gonna go for the base? Or does he just wait for the Night Elf to move in an awkward position for maybe a creep check? He could have gone for those strides, but he's just going straight for the base as it seems. 1 speed scroll is on the Shadow Hunter, and the Town Portal is on the Blade Master. And it looks like he might just go for the Tree of Ages, and this might work out. Staff on the Panda immediately. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire used against the Raiders. Wisps are being pulled. All the Wisps are being pulled. Of course, Mass and Snare is going to be used since he's got plenty of Raiders available. The Night Elf army is coming in from the top. Tree of Ages is already halfway down. He should uproot it in my opinion, because he's gonna take so much less damage, but he doesn't do so. The Tree of Ages is going down. A huge move by Firestrike. And SaSe losing his main tree here, and he doesn't even have the gold to build a new one, so maybe he's gotta sell something. But one of those 4 items he's got, do you really want to sell? Or is he going to go for the all-in push in return? It's 58 supply against 62. But why not uproot this tree of ages? I mean, there was plenty of siege damage with the raiders and with the demolisher, and a tiny bit of piercing damage and a bit of hero damage, but still, I feel like that would have definitely been worth it. Even buying a mud golem here, bringing the wisps across the map. So this is all in for SaSe. Beastmaster almost level 4, coming in. First 2 Drides immediately going down, 3 Drides down. Panda is now in position. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire is coming in. Actually not hitting that great, going for the Blade Master here, instead of doing damage to all the raiders. Next Archer is going down. Kodo Beast, first Kodo Beast is finally going to be sniped out, which is going to give the level 4 to Beastmaster. Next Bear is being summoned here. Bash on the Blade Master immediately. That's doing a ton of damage. Blade Master actually has to be careful, and he gets another bash, and he gets the kill with the Archer here. Level 4 on the Panda, but still there are so many units alive for Firestrike. Heal Potion passed to the Panda and used right now. His scroll has been used already, as well as 44 supply against 33, but the Blade Master is missing, which is a huge heal. Panda is soon gonna have mana for another Breath of Fire. Hex going on the Beastmaster. Speed Scroll used, the Grunt is actually gonna survive here. And Blade Master is not being rebuilt yet. By the way, expansion coming once again for Firestrike. Hex going on the Panda. Staff is available though, and that Panda is probably just going to use the Moonwells and come back. But other than the heroes, the last unit has just been eaten by the Kodo. So can SaSe keep up the pressure here? I think the Shadow Hunter just locked the Beastmaster in the base, but the Kodo goes down, but the Beastmaster is... No, he's not still locked. I was thinking there for a second that the Demolisher still kept the base closed, but that's not the case. Mana potion used by the Shadowhunter in order to get Hex on the Beastmaster. Wisps are coming now to Dispel, but they are too late. Hex again goes on the Beastmaster. Dispel used. Surround with the Wisps on the Shadowhunter, but the last kill takes down the Beastmaster. Wow, what a close finish here. Panda is... okay, he was sleepy with the Panda, not getting him back across the map. Now all the Wisps are going to go down, 10 supply, and there's of course no way to get this Beastmaster back without any gold. Expansion starts running, and yeah, not exactly the most mannered way to finish this best of 3 by SaSe, but definitely a game well worth of finishing this first best of 3 of this tournament. Firestrike pretty surprisingly taking the first victory in the tournament with a 2-1 against SaSe after being down 1-0, and actually he should have even won the first map, so pretty decent performance by him. All in all, SaSe not really being able to deal with this mass raider style on tier 2. Always, I'm assuming, you know, the raider Kodos you know, definitely used as a counter to the mass range, either just Dryads or Dryad Talon or Hunts Dryads or whatever Night Elves were playing a lot at that time. So it's not like you could say, why isn't he just, you know, going bears, for example, since this orc is playing such a specific style, but it's just a playstyle against the general Night Elf metagame of that time period, even though a lot of Mass Talents was also being played already. So yeah, Firestrike taking this first series, deservedly so, I'd say. I hope you enjoyed this first one. Not quite sure what's gonna be up next. The next game is gonna be one of the Group A that's remaining on Playday 1. I guess you can look that up in the introduction video I gave you. And if you enjoyed, then give a thumbs up, give a nice comment, subscribe. I'll see you soon. Bye.